The managing directors and board chairpersons of the Gambia Ports Authority, the Gambia National Petroleum Corporation, and the Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation signed on behalf of their respective institutions, whilst the President of the Republic, His Excellency Adama Barrow, signed for the government. The Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, C.D. Keita, signed as witness to this landmark performance contract between the parties. Under the terms of the agreement, the three state-owned enterprises are expected to meet certain performance targets specific to each individual enterprise within a 12-month period.
These contracts are designed to ascertain that SOEs know exactly what is expected of them. Performance contract features strategically developed KPIs unique to each SOE, and the KPIs were developed taking into account the specific natures of the SOEs and their financial situation. Overall, the KPIs are deemed challenging but realistic, and we encourage both the board and the management to work hard towards their realization.
The Director of State-Owned Enterprises at the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, Baima Sise, believes these contracts have the potential to be the anchor for government's reforms of state-owned enterprises by enabling them to make the transition from making losses to profits.
If you look at these performance contracts, how do you transit from a loss-making state-owned enterprise to a profit-making state-owned enterprise? How do we go from a below-average efficiency in terms of service delivery to a very effective, efficient, and quality public service delivery? How do you go from a weak corporate governance to a very strengthened corporate governance framework? The performance contract tool has the potential to take all this into consideration.
The Managing Director of the Gambia Ports Authority, Usman Jabate, reassured that the three institutions are committed to harnessing the potentials the contracts offer to transform their state-owned enterprises to better serve the public and enhance accountability.
Now, this performance contract, which institutions like the GPA is not new to, will provide the platform to harness the potentials to enhance the transformation of our institutions. Some of them, it's on record that whilst the erstwhile contract was discontinued in 1993, some had achieved success to the extent that it warranted them to be graduated into commercialization, that is being transformed from public institutions to limited liability companies. Some of these achievements is what we are continuing to regain beyond the objectives of this new contract.
The Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, C.D. Keita, described the initiative as a laudable effort by the President to make state-owned enterprises more financially viable as they pose serious fiscal risks to government for the last decade and a half due to the non-payment of dividends, making their current trajectory unsustainable. He disclosed that government spent 1% of GDP to build out state-owned enterprises, whilst also servicing their debt.
They could be harnessed to deliver public services in the most efficient and reliable manner, whilst contributing meaningfully to public finances by paying dividends, or, as has been the case, adversely affect the treasury and causing fiscal risk to our economy due to their underperformance. That culminates in government having to bail them out.
The President, His Excellency Adama Barrow, disclosed that these contracts offers government the opportunity to solve the problem of ineffective state-owned enterprise oversight, which has contributed to low performance levels, thus changing the narrative by strengthening operations and performance.
Moving forward, the government will continue to work with all public enterprises and ensure that they do not only deliver public services in a reliable and efficient manner, but also contribute to government fiscal operations by disbursing dividends payable to their shareholders. The contracts are designed to challenge SOEs and spell out the roles they are expected to play to achieve the objectives and targets set for them. Also, they are to ascertain that SOE performance and results are closely and rightly monitored and measured.
The President therefore urged the boards and management of the three state-owned enterprises to execute their functions of strategic guidance, monitoring and management oversight by acting in the interest of their institutions and stakeholders, warning that they will be held accountable for failing to attain targets indicated in the performance contracts. Mamadou Diallo, GRTS News.